Radio. Wrestling podcast featuring Ramen Bomber and Rab and the one and only Peanut. Woo! Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Jobber Radio. Bitches.
This is gonna be a mean, contentious fucking Jobber Radio. I can see it now.
I don't make food. People make it for me, okay?
You guys are putting me in a bad mood.
Good.
Yeah, I'm close to just quitting the podcast.
Well,
Let's get Peanut back in
Scott just walked in,
problem.
so...
You will be missed.
What's going on, guys? Welcome.
I can't believe you eat your steak like that.
Damn it!
Jesus
I
Christ.
knew it! I knew it!
Don't tell me how to live my life, okay? I eat steak the way I want to eat steak, and you deal with it, you snowflake.
How dare you?
All right, hey everybody, welcome to Jobber Radio. We had a big, long discussion about how we eat our steaks before the show, but I thought we talked about we weren't going to fucking say anything, so it's behind us. You already heard Rab. What's going on? How are you?
Well, I had, some very good steak the other day where you just barely cook it. None of this. Look. Okay, we'll get past it here. You shouldn't burn the shit out of your steak and then cover it in ketchup.
We need to heal. Let's come together and work together and agree that you're wrong and I'm right and ketchup on steak is delicious.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
This is like just our country right now.
It's perfect. So there it is.
You're stupid. You're just stupid. And you hate this country.
Safe space to eat your steak, snowflake.
Well, welcome to the show, Matt Zion.
You don't need a safe place to eat your steak. Snowflake.
Matt Zion, he prefers ketchup on a steak, as do I.
And burn. You're missing the big point where you just burn the shit out of it first.
Well, I like
I
it.
never said that. I just get it however they, prepare it.
Yeah,
However they prepare. Oh my god.
I say well done or medium well or like almost done. Like I prefer it. I like the least amount of pink is good. Anyway, goddamn, I said we weren't gonna do this. They haven't even jumped in yet. We got the outsiders in the house today. First of all, Lee, what's going on? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right, considering the conversation. All I have to say is when I look at a steak, it's got to be vascular. It's got to be huge. Ow.
So there you go. And how about you, Scott? Since we're on it, how are you doing? How's your steak preference?
I'm good. As long as it stopped mooing, but it can still be a bit bloody. We're just watching from afar at America down there and shaking our heads.
It's pretty much, yeah. It's fucking disgusting. But anyway, I'm Jake, a.k.a. Bomber, and we have a shitload to talk about today. We missed an episode last week because we kind of postponed because I was getting something ready. We are starting a fresh, brand new, right out of the box YouTube channel called Jobber Radio because we have been kicked off, fucking got the boots put to us.
Fire
from Matt Zion. We are no longer.
Fair, they know that already. That's how they're listening.
That is true.
That's how you're listening.
That is true. But we do have some listeners on iTunes.
About.
We have listeners directly on iTunes. We do. I know some.
How many views do we do on iTunes? I know we do an okay amount.
We do decent, better than like I expected for not doing much like advertising or anything. So
and not like putting the correct titles of our podcast and just putting like weird shit like what did Peanut fuck last night?
Exactly. Like I like those. Those are the fun titles.
It's my favorite part of the podcast.
I like the fun titles.
Yeah, it might
They're
be
good.
your favorite, but we need to have good titles. Otherwise, nobody just randomly.
Those are good titles.
Those are the inside titles. But anyway, so Matt Zion, do you want to fill everybody in who is not in the know on the reckless eating that may be listening somewhere?
At the end of the day, I didn't just cut Jobber Radio. I cut like 5 or 6 of our like okay. So I've never met any of you guys before, right? But I still consider you friends. But like I cut people's shows, people I see in their face, like people I see all the time. I cut their shows as well. We just came to a point where I just have to, if something isn't like performing to the point that reckless eating, because it's my job. This is how I make my money. So I just had to cut some stuff and try the goal was to try and tighten up the channel a bit, but I still love Jobber Radio. Like I like doing it and stuff, and I've always kind of wanted to do more wrestling content. I even almost created a wrestling channel like 4 or 5 years ago, I had our editing guy make us an intro and everything, but that just became the Reckless on Wrestling thing where I do the individual reviews. So I'm pretty excited about it because now we can all do individual stuff. I know Lee says he's thinking of doing something. I have something on Jobber Radio called Memories to Matches. Basically, I'm just going to go like, is my nostalgia for a match, does it block the match being good or not? So I think this is a positive step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Does that mean I can do oneers?
Yeah.
Just like,
Post whatever the fuck you want, man. That's the whole point. I think I honestly want all of us to have our own series, like individual series, and then we come together for Jobber Radio.
Definitely so. I was bringing up whether or not you guys thought it was a good idea to do something CZW related because that's what I'm all about, obviously.
Whichever. Like, I've got history ideas and stuff like that. Like, I think we can all cover a different area, and it should be really interesting.
Yeah. If I go back to PWG anytime soon, which I haven't because it's basically it's like give up your liver to show up and try to get the tickets somehow. But I would start reviewing those shows again and whatnot. So, I mean, like, I've always felt like we were held back because every time I post a wrestling video on Reckless Eating, Jesus Christ, it's like I murdered their mother.
Yep.
So I'm going to keep Reckless on Wrestling on there just because it pays for my network subscription. But other than that, now I can start coming up with other series and just kind of having fun with it because I've always wanted one, but now me and Jake can kind of split the toll on it. But I'm happy about it overall. And still, you're fired.
We made it this long. We went. Dude, this is our 43rd episode of the show, and it's hilarious because I mean we've been going since. Technically, our first show was in 2012, but obviously we had 2 years off.
This is a bi-weekly show. We have 43 episodes,
but we had 2 years off.
5 years.
2 years off.
History's been made.
Slow as fuck.
Yeah, but so anyways, if you get a chance, hey, go subscribe. That'd be cool. We're gonna try to do some stuff. But anyway, I think we should get to it. I think we should get into actually what's kind of going on, what we missed since the last episode, and the Elimination Chamber. Don't want to take forever on this, but I think we should brush on it. What are your guys' thoughts on the pay-per-view overall? Anything that stood out? Anything that you guys want to talk about besides Bray Wyatt winning? We'll talk about that in a second. Anything really stand out for you guys?
I was pretty negative about it. I know that it got a pretty good overall reception. Like, people were really happy to see Bray win. I'm just very against Bray and Orton being for the title. I would be fine with that being a mid-card WrestleMania match, but I don't understand why they shoehorned this mid-card feud to the main slot for the title when they had Cena and Styles basically ready to go and revved up. Like that if you thought that the crowd was nuts at Rumble, they would have fucking lost their shit at WrestleMania with the amount of the extra level of smarks that show up for WrestleMania. That it would have been I'm not even joking when I say I think it would have been one of the best WrestleMania main events of all time. But for whatever reason, they decided, well, AJ's got to fight a non-performer, and Cena has to go up against The Miz, yet he's fucking crushed Miz over and over again. Like, it doesn't even feel like they're in the same, not even close to the same ballpark. Right. And now a mid-card match that had nothing to do with the title got fucking shoehorned in for the title. So,
well, I mean, we've been talking for a while about, building for the future. Maybe they're trying to build Bray Wyatt up. Look, it would be great to have John. It would be great to have John Cena and AJ Styles at WrestleMania. I would love it. But AJ Styles is 39 and so is John Cena. They're both pushing 40.
Yeah, but here's the problem with this: is that if you're pushing for the future, Randy Orton is not the future. Randy Orton is just as fucking old as John Cena.
That's why you use him and use his pedigree to prop up Bray Wyatt.
Now, here's what I would have suggested. If they were really dead set on doing this as the title match for WrestleMania, that's fine. I don't have a huge issue with it because I do like Bray quite a bit, and I think he should have been champion 3 or 4 years ago. But they should have started way earlier than they did. Like, all of a sudden, it's just like, well, Orton won the Rumble, Bray won the title in their pay-per-view, SmackDown pay-per-view before WrestleMania, and now we're set. This shit should have been going, and one of them should have won the title months ago to build up this. And now it just feels like all of a sudden Bray just beats Cena and beats AJ, and it's like Bray just goes into beast mode, even though character-wise he hasn't been a beast at all. Yeah. I mean, they just fucking lost the tag titles to American Alpha on a non-promoted match out of nowhere. It was like, it felt like they were going along, and then they went, oh yeah, fuck, I forgot they're going to be the title match, and they're like, oh, let's do it quick. And that's my problem with it.
That happened because the hype rose because Ryder got injured, and they had to hotshot some other contenders, and the American Alpha, okay, go. And there you go. It was at the end of the year. And if you were to look at the end of December and think that the guys losing the tag title match we're going to main event against each other at Mania for the WWE title, no one would have believed it. And that's what we have. It's considering the Elimination Chamber, I'm struggling to remember any other match from it.
Yeah, me too.
Wait,
I just remembered Orton and Harper.
Orton and Harper was really good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Orton and Harper was
I
good.
just kind of thought of that too because mentioning the Wyatts. I mean, the Chamber was fine, but it's definitely a victim of we don't need both brands to have a pay-per-view in the off months. We don't need it. It's good. It's fine, but there's nothing special about them right now.
I actually was really pumped to see Naomi win. First of all, it caught me out of left field there. I was shocked that she won, but dude, she's been so impressive lately, man.
We never got her glow belt. I'm sad.
I know, of course, fucking got the Finn Balor treatment, fucking got injured right after, or during.
Well, no, okay, so the interesting thing on that is I heard some conflicting reports, because some places were saying she's got the same injury that Rollins has. So it's not like super serious, but she could be back in time before Mania, but they don't obviously, you don't want to. Rollins is important, Naomi is not.
True.
That's just the way that it is.
But
then Meltzer was saying that it was only like going to take her out for 2 to 4 weeks. And he's like, so they could have kept it on her, no problem. But they decided they wanted to try to build some heat for the WrestleMania match. And the idea was, well, she got stripped of the title on SmackDown, and now people really want to see her get the title back. But I'm like, she just fucking got it. Like,
yeah.
you can't. It's that same thing they're doing on Raw, where like they're trying to have Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte just lost. It's like, and then she wins it back, and they're like, oh, they're gonna want to see Charlotte lose again. No, I mean that's it. It's Naomi beat her, and I don't care anymore.
The idea for a hero's homecoming and win the title in her hometown at Mania instead of carrying it into Mania, I get that. If they can do it, that's cool. But
well, then they shouldn't have had her win it fucking Elimination Chamber.
At Mania.
Well, no,
I
but
don't think they expected her to
she got
get
injured
injured.
going in. She got injured in the match, so she was
Yeah.
supposed to carry it in. She got injured. Well,
Okay.
how about we take it off her when she can't wrestle for a month?
I see what you're saying.
And have her win it at Mania instead. Which, okay, fine. Alexa's a 2-time champ, whatever. It's all fine, but it's just
so
weird.
many title changes though. There's so many title changes all across the board. We're getting like it feels like the Alliance era. Just shit just going all over the place. Like it's ridiculous.
So you guys said that I don't remember if it was Lee or Scott. One of you guys said that the Elimination Chamber match was all right. Did you not really like the match?
I thought it was fine.
It's fine.
It was. I mean, it's not. It wasn't the best one, but I did like the new look of the chamber. By the way,
I was
think
going to say the exact same thing, Lee.
Oh, I fucking love the
So
look.
thank you for speaking for me. The new look is cool, but
yeah.
I thought that was Scott in the first place.
Shut up. No, I think it was one of the top 3 Elimination Chamber matches. Period. Like, if not number 1, it was. I'd have to go back and watch because obviously it's been a long
not
time.
number 1.
I mean,
not
it was.
The
It
first
was
one
up.
was
It's up
number
there.
one.
I think it was up there.
Number 1.
Yeah, the first one's the
considering
best.
I'm having to think to remember like what were my favorite ones,
Yeah,
this
that's
doesn't
the
even
problem.
place in there offhand. So like it's
That's
a
my
weird
problem,
thing. It
is
was
they
good,
just-
but it's not the greatest. But I can't remember what is.
If
If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Try-
had cool,
okay,
had cool
here's-
parts, though.
Here's something. Tell me one Elimination Chamber match that you kind of remember besides the first one, and not this one.
There's
obviously.
only one. It's Triple
Goldberg.
H and Goldberg.
Yep,
Yeah,
exactly.
Goldberg
Exactly.
was the fun one that Triple
No, but
H
I mean,
fucked
like,
over.
I think what Scott
Daniel
is saying
Bryan and
is,
Santino.
there you
is
go.
also
Scott
a
is
great-
saying.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. Daniel
No.
Bryan and Santino.
No.
They're like Royal Rumbles to me, where like once I go back and watch it, I go, oh yeah. But other than that, I just go, I don't really. They all meld together, and they're all, or like ladder matches at WrestleMania. They're all just kind of the same.
Yeah.
Then I mean, maybe it was one of the best ones, but I
There's
still
a
just did
minimum-
not like Brady being shoehorned in at all.
No. There's a minimum level of goodness in them, but what ones really elevate? I don't know. I still think the first Money in the Bank ladder match is the best one because I remember it the most. But is it the best? Probably not. But that's just how these things work. So.
Yeah. See,
Weakest-
I think if we did all go back and like watch more, I think that this one probably, because to me this one was, everybody had like good stuff. I feel in the match, everybody had like their own moments and good stuff in the match.
Baron Corbin looks strong as hell.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, he
Good.
got.
I didn't like him being rolled up though. I don't know. I feel like they could
I
have
had
come up
no
with more
problem.
creative. Yeah,
I had no
I mean,
problem.
I see it, but I just feel like they could have come up. They're in a chamber,
Yeah.
surrounded by glass, by chains. Like
But
it's supposed to be this data, and then he just gets rolled up. Like, why didn't they just have him like charge towards somebody and run through one of the chambers and break it, and then somebody rolls him up that way instead.
He looks a different kind of dumb there. When he gets rolled up by a veteran, it looks like the veteran caught him and he's inexperienced. Okay, you can accept that. The monster got caught. He'll learn from his mistakes. But if he runs through a fucking chamber door, he just looks like a fucking dumbass.
He does have the best clothesline of all time, though, Lee. So I will give you that. He's a veteran.
Nope.
See, I don't like it. Like, I can't remember who said it, but a tall guy like that getting rolled up doesn't work because leverage is on his side.
That's what I said. I didn't like that. That's
why
I
you said that. Yeah, but it doesn't really work. But if he's off balance because he ran into something or someone moved and someone else rolled him up, there's 6 guys in the match. It's not that hard to have some kind of chaos cause it.
Yeah.
So
it's all right.
I don't know.
And I don't see him as a monster either. He's just big. He's not really.
He did look good, though. I felt like they highlighted him really well. I just felt like they could have been more creative with how they got rid of him.
The one thing. Oh, sorry. You go for it.
I was just going to say, sorry. I liked Miz being a chicken shit heel, by the way. And it just,
but it infuriates me.
Sure. I mean, that's the point. That is the point.
Yeah,
me too.
Not for the reason you're saying. I'm like, it infuriates me because Cena just fucking cleaned him up like nobody's business.
Oh god.
And this is the guy he's supposed to be going. I'm like, so I figured like Miz would blow him or at least give him a hard time. Nope, Cena just beat him real easy, real clean, real fast, and then then he goes, "We're gonna fight at WrestleMania." Why? I mean, he's a fucking gnat, man. You're not even putting him remotely on your league, and you're gonna fight him at WrestleMania.
And it's exactly. Did you see his SmackDown?
No, I heard that he basically did the same thing.
He said the same thing. Miz is like, "You got all the stroke around here, blah blah blah," and Cena's like, "If I had stroke, I'd be here with Undertaker, not you. You're not worth it."
Yeah.
Okay. Way to sell the match. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
The one bone I had to pick about the Elimination Chamber, man, if you're gonna do it, get some better glass in there. The little chamber things. If they're gonna throw people through it, which is fine, and, like, it looks super fucking awkward and bad when they throw people through those weird. I don't even know what the fuck they are. The weird glass things.
It's plexiglass.
The bulletproof Lexan, Maggle.
Safety because the original ones were so brutal that they were getting cut up and stuff because it was legitimately breaking, and now it's just safety glass.
Well, they need to put some decent, like, even if they have to do something super fragile that they can easily throw through it there and it actually shatters and not just like falls over. I don't know. That's just something super picky. That's just my.
It's the first one of the new one. They'll figure that out.
Yeah,
I just wish they had done something better with the mats on the outside where the grate used to be.
I like that though. I think
I'm fine with that.
I knew you were gonna. I knew somebody.
Yeah, because they were hurting themselves on this.
No, I'm not even saying it should be the grates again. It's just something about the mats just look weird.
I mean, it looks safe. They look really safe.
It does. It's not supposed to look safe.
I'm okay with it though. I prefer their health.
I'm fine with them having it. Just I don't know. They need to do something with it.
The corner cameras are fucking awesome though.
Yep.
I loved that where you could see like the glass through the because you know that one day they're gonna not now but I think in the future they're gonna do a spot where they go through that glass and like fall off into like an announce table or something set up on the outside and it's gonna be an oh my god moment all the way.
Yeah,
right.
Like the shot of Ambrose slamming AJ's head into the glass right in front of the camera. That was epic.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, I wish they could have done some blood at least in it though. Damn it.
Yeah, it's too bad.
But anyway, so everybody knew Wyatt was gonna fucking win though, coming into that.
Yeah, your fault.
Yep.
Hey, who predicted Wyatt getting a championship in 2017?
Dave
a few
Meltzer.
shows back. No, me.
Dave Meltzer, though, too.
Did you pick
I think
that?
we all agreed he would get one, but not the one.
Apparently, this was the plan, like for like 4 or 5 months ago. Like this was their goal, but like it didn't feel like it.
It felt so weird to get there. Yeah.
Yeah. It was very weird, especially after we should talk about it now. The burning down incident.
Yeah. As I called him, the tardy arsonist, Randy Orton.
The murderer of cameramen, as Lee put it in chat.
So, I am. Do you want to set it up?
Well, explain what it is. Yeah, Jake. What happened?
Well, first of all, we had. Goddamn, we had Bray Wyatt come out, and next thing you know, is that where we're going straight into where Orton shows up and starts?
This is what people want to know.
I thought it was in a boat cabin, like a pool cabin at first when I saw Orton standing there.
With a dilapidated boat, perhaps?
Yeah, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. It looked like a little shanty, like an outhouse almost. But I think Orton did a really good job delivering his his lines or whatever. I assume he had his lines picked out and everything. I think he did a good job delivering them. They came off a little cheesy, but basically, yeah, he came in. Bray Wyatt was in the ring. He started crying, freaking out as Orton slowly poured gasoline everywhere and killed Sister Abigail, burned the house down, the church,
Well-
right? Chapel, what do they call
Well,
it?
he didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't kill her.
Yeah,
He
she's
dug
already
up her
dead.
remains and burned
Yeah.
them.
Well, her
And then
sp-
fucked
Who
her.
knows
he
if
burned her
Katie picked
spirit.
it.
Then he fucked her like Triple H
Yes.
fucked Katie
Yeah,
Vick.
he burned her
Orton learned
spirit.
from the best.
Yeah, but I don't know.
And
A
then
lot of
ended
people
with a
didn't
cool
like it.
shot in front of the fire, and Orton said, "I'll see you at WrestleMania." Here's the problem.
Yeah,
This is 2 weeks after they had a Orton saying, "I'm not going to fight you because you're
Yeah.
champion."
And-
And then, okay, we'll have a battle royal.
And
And
it's-
then that goes inconclusive. Then a week later they have a match, and then that happened, and AJ's contender. And then Orton's like, "I'll see you at Mania." Meanwhile, AJ's like, "Where have you been? I've been winning the contendership 2 weeks ago."
yeah,
Yeah, I think that's
The
the whole
fuck?
point, man. I think you just described a plot.
yeah. It's
Well, yeah,
Shut
because
the-
obviously AJ's not going to be in there, but everyone wants AJ in the title match. He's going to fight Shane, which
They're
sucks.
openly pissing off their fans, is what they're doing. Because AJ
Like-
is like on fire right now with the
Yeah.
fans.
And they're literally right now still advertising AJ in the title match.
Yep.
Yeah, because
is
they
not
haven't
hap-
made it official yet. Because they have this weird thing. It seems like for this year, they want us to still be in the dark going into
Why?
fucking WrestleMania. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't
It's
sell it.
weird.
That sells
really
your
weird.
weekly, not
Yeah.
your main.
Yeah. Well, I'm like, so my problem with it overall was, I mean, it was hokey as fuck. It reminded me of Triple H breaking into Orton's house.
Yeah,
It's
Right.
just as stupid. I mean, like, it's just, I understand the wrestling, like, thing with Undertaker and Kane. Like, you have to sometimes step outside of reality and whatnot, but, like, that was just overproduced garbage, in my opinion.
I hate
In
when
the,
they-
Yeah.
Go ahead. What are you going to say? Rick?
When they do this hokey goddamn bullshit with other
Yeah.
characters that okay, yes, Bray Wyatt's got that semi-religious cult leader thing going on. You don't have to bring the supernatural bullshit into it, like the shit with the little kid with Cena a couple years back. That goddamn garbage. This just stunk of some failed hack fucking Hollywood or TV writer who finally got to use a couple bits of his failed horror script that everyone fucking rejected. But Vince McMahon
Maybe.
was like, I like it.
Well,
Well, I
remember when
think-
Orton's
I liked
eyes
it.
glowed? Yeah,
Oh,
that was
well,
nice.
he was faking it.
But here's my overall issue with it wasn't the fact that it was so hokey. I mean, I didn't personally like it, but I know Jake said that a lot of people didn't like it. But if you go on their YouTube channel, it has mostly likes.
really.
So people seem to be
A
interested.
lot of people
in it.
like it.
Yeah, I think people do like it, but like
Interesting.
again, I can understand that there is a time and place. It's not my taste, but I can understand there's a time and place. My thing is, it felt like we missed a week. Like it felt like we missed something between Orton and Bray because they went from being like best chums to just all of a sudden Bray for some reason is out in the woods and burns down his house. Like what? It felt like maybe they had a script ready to go and then they were like, and then we just did this. Like it felt like we went from there's 3 movies and we went from watching the first movie to watching the third movie. And it's like what the fuck happened? I'm like, what's Orton's game plan here too? Because Orton helped Bray get his first ever title, his tag title, his first ever title belt in WWE, and then didn't prevent him from becoming the WWE champion. And now he's like, I have ultimate revenge over you, Bray Wyatt, by helping you get all your dreams.
Well,
And
And
like,
burnt
was
your
he
shit
lost
shack down.
in the woods? Because the whole, like I said, the new contender thing with the battle royal, then the one-on-one match was over 2 weeks.
Well, I get what they're getting at with that. The idea is that obviously AJ is going to get screwed by Shane because it'll look like Shane's hands are tied. But like my thing is,
Yeah.
from a reality standpoint, if Orton turned down the title shot, that's it. Orton's
Yeah,
out. Turned down
100%.
title shot flat out, and then they made a number 1 contendership battle royal. Orton is officially out. Otherwise, you are a dickhead. And apparently, Meltzer was talking about how they want AJ to be the heel going into Mania with Shane as the face.
Oh, good luck. Good
Shane
fucking
is
luck.
going to be the sympathetic person if you take him out of the title match.
Man, Shane is gonna get shit on. I mean, it's AJ Styles, and they're at WrestleMania with a bunch of fucking smarks. What are you
They have
thinking?
the best roster, and they're going to put him with a non-wrestler. I also don't like it when they put flippy guys with flippy guys. It doesn't work that well. AJ's not going to do great with Shane. I mean, he is, but he won't do as good as he could with
It's gonna be a
someone
good
else.
Fun
match.
atmosphere, but
Yeah, it'd be fun.
it'll be a fun atmosphere. But again, Styles is worth so much more in this company than facing Shane McMahon at WrestleMania.
I agree with that 100% there, yeah. But I want to ask, so I can sense Rab's almost getting kind of agitated that
I'd like to hear from Rab.
that
Yeah.
there's some hate on the Orton segment there. Now, most of the hate that the
I'm not getting agitated. I just disagree.
yeah. I don't know. So okay, what did you really like about the segment then?
I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was nice to see something different. I think I thought it was cool that most people liked it. But I know that's not the opinion on this podcast.
Yeah,
from
well,
the rest of the
I had no problem with
the
it.
negative stuff I saw was mainly on Twitter. Like I was following Twitter during a lot of that stuff, so I was seeing a lot of people like, "What the fuck? This is like that kind of stuff." But, yeah, I didn't check any YouTube comments on there, and I was surprised that they are actually positive. To be honest with you, because YouTube's usually the worst, as we all some
usually.
of us kind of know.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's not Roman Reigns.
But the one
Yeah.
thing that I did like about it, for me, is I like a lot of stuff that happens outside of the ring. Like when they do like weird angles here and there. I think Orton's delivery, like I said a minute ago, I think his delivery was pretty good. It wasn't like really cheesy like lines, and he was given the lines about I've been waiting for this moment, which still I agree 100% with Matt about. It does feel like we missed something. Like out of nowhere, this fucking happens. It's like, yeah, WrestleMania's coming up in just less than a month here. Let's just do it now, out of
His
nowhere.
revenge is so shit too, because it's like he's gonna help Bray be in one of the main events at WrestleMania, and now he's like,
Yeah.
your life is over. What? How is it over? He's the WWE champion, you fucking moron! Like, what?
Yeah.
I don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
And you gave up your title shot.
I think
Yeah.
maybe I think they're trying to play up the Sister Abigail thing more than like maybe a lot of people are looking into, and like
Did he
maybe,
fuck it like Kane?
Well, no, he didn't fuck. I'm saying like maybe like the way they're thinking about it is maybe Orton this whole time has been trying to get inside to the Wyatt family so deep that he gets a chance to get to Sister Abigail, and then when he did, he finally that's the moment, and that's when he turned. That's when he burned it down.
So kind of like
Why?
Undertaker's,
I don't
like
know.
Undertaker's urn, I guess, is what
Sure.
they're going for, because it's a bit. The problem is Undertaker's urn is iconic. See, like Bray barely mentions Sister Abigail anymore.
Yeah, he
They've
used
kind of
to,
gone
yeah.
more like serious with his character, so it doesn't
They've
really
never
mean
established what the fuck Sister Abigail even is.
anything. Yeah.
I thought she was like the daughter
It
of the
could
devil
just
or
be a
something. They
thing.
said. I
What,
thought they-
maybe that's what he
They,
said.
they've never really said.
Do you believe everything a cult leader says?
Well,
That's kind of the
well,
idea.
course,
It's like,
yeah.
want to know how I got these scars? It worked like that in a way of like,
Yeah.
what is it? Oh,
It
fine.
feels like an old script that they had left over from when Daniel Bryan was doing the same fucking
Yeah.
storyline with
I
the Wyatts.
it does, yeah.
I think the big loser in this situation is it's not AJ who's going to get shamed because he's going to
Yeah,
have a
it
good
is.
match. I think the big loser in this is going to be Harper because
Right.
like what are they going to do with Harper now unless they like I've
Bro,
seen
I
ideas
could
of
see him. I could see him in the Battle Royal jobbing to Braun or something.
Dude,
See,
no,
no,
there
see,
there
that's-
was a teaser on Twitter from WWE. It was a teaser video for Eric Rowan.
Oh really?
So
Okay.
he's around too. It's just like he's in the darkness, like,
and that's going to be even
So-
a bigger out of fucking
Yeah.
blue like
But I mean,
Yeah.
He's
if
on
you
Raw, I
want
thought.
that,
loved it over on Raw, but
yeah he's on Raw.
but why don't they
Yeah.
just do that? Like,
Rollins
because
on- yeah.
Orton and Bray, I have no interest in. But even if they just added Harper into it, I'm all in.
Yes.
That's all I need
because
because
that's three sides. That's
Orton's
a three-way.
just boring to me though too, and I think Harper is an excellent wrestler and Bray is really good.
Yes.
So let's throw a dynamic in because the problem with this feud is it doesn't have that thing to kick it and make it feel like WrestleMania. Well, you get the other Wyatt family members going, and I'm in. Like even throw in Rowan if he's back. Do a fatal four-way. I would love to see that.
I agree.
I think
It would be
having-
that. Yeah, that would actually put some questions out there. Like, does Harper swerve and team with one of them, or is he in there for himself against all of them, or that'd be actually kind of interesting going into
And
it.
put a McMahon in every corner.
Oh god, no, don't even
Well,
no.
especially with because Wyatt is like, no, Orton, you're good. Oh, you betrayed me. Orton's like, haha, I betrayed you. And meanwhile, Harper's like, I told you, Orton's an asshole.
Yeah.
But fuck you, Bray. I told you. It's
Yeah.
a proper three-way fight.
Yeah, but like, I think it's I obviously that's
It's
just us
one-on-one.
wishing. Yeah,
It's
that's us
one-on-one.
wishing. It's not going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, no, I mean that they've confirmed it. All the big, people that do this stuff have said that no matter what, the end goal is Bray and Orton, and they're not
And that's
changing
the
their mind.
problem, this no matter what shit. Because when
Yeah,
you
it
stumble
is.
into things, it can sometimes
Yep.
be great.
yeah,
Because I didn't realize I wanted Harper versus Wyatt a few months ago. Now it's like, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But no, Orton. Oh,
yeah. That's to me. That's the big downfall there. But all right, you guys ready to go switch over to Raw? Anybody got anything
do it.
else to say? Okay.
Sure.
All right. Wrap. All right.
I don't want to talk about Raw.
So, anyways, there's a little pay-per-view coming on in just a couple days. We're recording this on a Thursday, but it should be out right before the pay-per-view coming out. And guess what? There's 8 matches. I did not realize there's 8 matches on this card. I was
Crazy.
blown away that they came up with 8
There's a
matches
reason for
Raw.
that, and you know what it is.
Yes, the main
We
event.
have a 5-minute max main event at most.
I was about to say, yeah, at most there.
That's why.
I can see I can see Owens dragging it out by avoiding Goldberg for a while, just dragging the
For
match
5
length out.
minutes, yeah.
Joe will probably attack Goldberg on the ramp, something along those lines, to try and make it look like, oh, he has a chance, doing some chicken shit, running around the ring. He's not going to lose as fast as Lesnar did,
No.
but he's definitely 100% going down. I would be absolutely shocked if Goldberg doesn't beat him.
Do you see Lesnar coming in?
That's another thing too. Now the 1% chance I give
That would
Owens,
keep
not
Goldberg from winning.
Yeah, it's not Triple H, it's not Joe. It's if, like, say the Owens gets in the ring and, like, Goldberg just fucking rams him, hits him with a spear, hits him with another spear, gets him up for the jackhammer, and it looks like, oh, it's gonna be the same thing that happened with Goldberg and Lesnar, and Lesnar slides in and just fucking costs him the match straight up, like just hits an F5. They call it, now it would be a clusterfuck and a really boring finish to a pay-per-view, and that's why I don't think they'll do it, but I think there's at least a 1% chance.
Yeah. Now, here's my problem with that, and yet not problem with that. Lesnar is facing Goldberg at Mania. He should want Goldberg to be champion, so why interfere and prevent it? So that's that. Like, I remember that back with Taker and Sid back in the day, but he cares about legacy so much. Fuck you, Goldberg. I will do anything to piss you off.
Doesn't the Jericho run-in make more sense in this match if you want to put the title on Goldberg?
Yeah, well, I think they're going to save that for Raw. No, I don't think he's going to get involved. But the Lesnar thing, though, what I could say to the whole counter-argument to you, Scott, is that, he should want Goldberg to win, but they might be selling this that Lesnar hates Goldberg so much that he does not want him to become champion and have the satisfaction of that. So he wants to take it away from him.
Yeah, that would make sense in that way, but...
Yeah,
so
Jericho could very well come down.
It's interesting across the board, honestly. It's surprisingly interesting.
Doesn't need it.
So here's the question: is there anybody? I want to take it. There's a poll right across. Does anybody think Owens is going to win? Like, if they were picking, who would anybody pick Owens to win here?
No. I want him to win, but no.
I honestly, I can see it a 50-50 in the same way, because I would not be surprised, but Goldberg will lose to Lesnar only in this situation.
I'm going with a 51-49 chance Goldberg wins. I think Goldberg wins. I think
Owens I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think there's a bigger chance than Rami does that, Lesnar shows up and ruins everything for Goldberg just because he hates him. But that's probably not going to happen.
Yeah, if I was going to book it, I would have Jericho interfere and cost Owens the title, and then I'd have Lesnar run in at the end on Goldberg just to set up. I
think it makes Goldberg look weak, though.
I mean, if I was going to book it, I wouldn't have booked this match.
I mean, isn't it about time to maybe give Lesnar a little bit of something?
No, Vince loves Goldberg and wants to suck his cock now.
I don't know.
So.
See,
that's what Mania is for.
I'm close to the same lines as Lee here. I think we need a run-in from Jericho, but I don't think that needs to finish it. I think we need a double run-in here. I think we need 4 guys with some fucking hardcore shenanigans, and I think Owens is, like me, I'm picking Owens walking out as champion. He may not win, because I haven't heard anything about any no DQ. I assume there's DQ still. I think Owens walks out somehow. Don't ask me. I haven't thought of it, but, dude, I don't see Goldberg walking out as the champion.
I agree that Owens there'll be a DQ, so he'll just stay champion. To your point, I would love to see it like Austin, Brett, Taker, and Sid way back in the day, where Brett was fighting Sid in a cage match, but Brett was going to fight Austin at Mania 13, and Taker was fighting Sid. Okay. And Brett was trying to win the title off of Sid. So Austin came out, Brett's opponent, to attack Sid to help Brett win so that their match is a title match.
Yeah.
And then Undertaker was like, no, fuck you. My match is a title match. He attacked Brett and went back and forth to protect their opponent. You've kind of got that built with Jericho potentially and Lesnar in a sense, where they attack the other guys to preserve a potential title match. That would be cool. I haven't seen that in 20 years, so that'd be neat.
That's an interesting idea there. I can see.
There's one. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think it would be really cool if Jericho comes out and tries, but Lesnar comes out, destroys Jericho, destroys Goldberg, destroys Owens, and then lays Goldberg on top of Owens. That would still make it look. That would make Owens look relatively strong because he didn't he lost because of Goldberg, but that also doesn't make Goldberg look weak because, I mean, he laid out everybody, and I don't know, it makes Brock look strong, which I don't know if that's what they want to do, but that makes him look dominant over the other three of the four, and that gives them their title match, and that puts the title on Goldberg. But then again, I still don't see Owens walking away. That's just something that I think would be an interesting
he's done. I mean,
side.
he's done. But like, what a way to go out! I don't think this is bad for him at all.
No.
I mean, he gets to lose to Goldberg. He's one of the few guys that gets to have a match with him. But like the 100% reason why I would, well, I guess 100% reason why I would say it's 99% chance is because Jericho has the United States title. So I mean, that's just built into the fact that Owens and Jericho can fight for the U.S. title, and Lesnar and Goldberg can fight for the Universal, and there you go. You have 2 matches for Mania.
But my big thing is, like, I'm still stuck on what the fuck are they going to do with the title after WrestleMania? That's what I'm stuck on. Whether or not
Goldberg
SummerSlam.
apparently is signing on for more dates, so they've said that he might stick around for a couple more.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
SummerSlam.
if that's the case, then that's the case. Okay.
You know how it is. It'll be
And
SummerSlam.
they have Lesnar for like forever now, because as long as they're willing to pay him, he's officially retired from MMA, so
Yep.
Lesnar's content to just showing up for 3 matches a year. So I mean, like, both these guys are probably going to keep popping up as long as they stay healthy, so I don't think that's an issue.
Oh yeah, Lesnar's the new Undertaker as far as Band-Aids go.
Yep. That's true.
Yeah.
He is a legit draw. It does work.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was not under the impression that Goldberg was staying around, so okay. Well, that does make things a little more interesting and not in Owens' favor. Okay. But yeah. All right. Anybody have anything to say about the main event? Because we got to talk about a couple other things.
Well,
No, I mean,
I just want to say it's legitimately interesting because I could honestly see both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, is it likely? No, but would you be surprised if Owens had the title going into Mania?
I don't
Not really.
really
No,
want a
it's all
cluster.
set up well for it. Same for
I'm
Michaels.
honestly not that interested.
Really?
I'm curious because it's Kevin Owens and Goldberg. I never thought I'd hear that.
That's true. That is true.
I'm legit curious.
But I'm one of those people who have never. I have no interest in watching Goldberg wrestle. None.
No,
At
neither do
all.
I. But
That's fair.
No,
Well, you don't though. You see Spear and Jackhammer, and he's out. So
exactly. So I don't care about that.
I
it's
wish
Kevin Owens.
Goldberg.
I want to see what Owens can do with Goldberg.
I wish Goldberg's character was on like a new guy they had, because I love he feels like he's off the script all the time, even though he is reading from a script. I've heard several people say that he does, but he sells it good. He's a good actor. So like, but he just comes off like he wants to kill everybody and be a badass, but yet he's so bad in the ring that's his major downfall.
And I think I said this on the podcast maybe a year or so ago, but I wish that Roman Reigns was more like Goldberg, just an
Yeah, I
ass-kicking
agree.
machine.
Yep.
And you see it now, it's like, oh, learn from him. Do more of that. Just go
It's
out
gotta be
there,
like Cena.
take no fucks, and go.
Yep.
But yeah, he's like Cena.
Yeah, he's got to be like Cena.
Yeah. So-
The rest of the card is looking interesting, I think,
I
but
mean,
it's a one-match show.
to me,
I
the
am
real
absolutely
question.
frustrated.
To me, the real question is: are they going to give Strowman a loss here against Roman Reigns? That's a big question to me.
So I have a feeling
I'm betting on Taker showing up.
I think if Taker doesn't show up, because if Taker shows up, then he can just cost Reigns the match, and they can keep both guys looking fine.
Yeah.
But I kind of feel like maybe because Taker was so bad looking at Rumble, they may have decided, you know what, like we don't want him to fucking rip a hip in the ring, and maybe my goal is, or my thought process is, maybe Braun is the backup opponent for Reigns, so we have like a clusterfuck finish, and then they face again at WrestleMania to kind of settle it, give him like a no DQ or something like that. But Taker looks so bad. I can't imagine him wrestling a full match with Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, don't you just like how we're still like we're this close to WrestleMania and we still don't know what the fuck anything's gonna happen?
I hate it. No, I hate it. I
I don't
That's
even
what I mean.
think they know. That's the sad thing.
I think they have their ideas, but like I think they banked on a lot of things. Like they set their decisions like 4 months ago, and then they didn't bother really build. I think maybe it's because they're really trying to push the network. They want to push each of these individual B shows to be a little more important, and because of that, they lost track of Mania. And now that Mania just kind of feels like a B show now, it just feels like it's as important as Fastlane or any of these other ones, because they're just throwing it all together last minute instead of preparing for months in advance.
Right.
And yet we've got Orton and Wyatt, and we've got, well, that's the only one really building
That's
for a
really
long
the
time
only
here.
one.
Jericho
I mean,
and Owens, honestly.
I mean,
they're
I
kinda
know
stuck with that,
it's been
but-
Orton and Wyatt been talked about like it was just thrown together, but I mean they have been doing
Yeah.
a program together for
Yeah.
I
a
said
while.
thrown together for the title. I didn't say thrown together. I said it's perfect build up.
Yeah.
For
No, that's what I'm
a
saying. It
match.
sounds like it sounds like it's been thrown a little bit last minute because it just kind of snowballed down from Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Like we mentioned last time, fucking none of us expected Randy Orton.
No.
But at least they've been doing something for a while. But a lot of
They
this
have.
other stuff it really does feel like they just came up with it a second ago.
Mm-hmm.
I still think in the weird way, like we said, Taker's probably not able to go with Roman. I still wish in that weird way, like I was talking for the Rumble, that get Shane out of there and put AJ and Taker. Because AJ could get a match out of him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree. I
He
think
could.
that's the only guy.
Phenom
Him
versus
and,
Phenom. He
him
could
and
do it.
Cena are the only guys on that roster that could carry like an injured Undertaker to.
I don't
a
think
match.
anyone can get a match out
That's
of
the
Undertaker.
thing. Cena was even commented Undertaker. That's been the rumor for years now, and that was a heavy rumor for this one. And he even referenced it on SmackDown. I mean, he was referencing the rumor or reality, whatever. But he said, if I had pull around here, I'd be in the ring with the Undertaker, not you. So the fact that they're not doing that, the Mania match of Taker Cena, instead they're doing Cena Nikki versus Miz Maurice. That's not Mania. That is not a Mania match.
Man, what a waste of John Cena.
It
What a
absolutely
fucking
is.
waste.
I honestly feel like John Cena's going to go do something else. I mean, John Cena
he
came
is.
out recently talking about how wrong he was to criticize The Rock back in the day.
Yeah. No, he is though. They're saying that he's leaving pretty much right after Mania. He's got some like TV and movie stuff he's going to be doing. But I mean, they said the reason why isn't as much like The Rock left to become a movie star. They're saying Cena's body can't keep the routine anymore. He's finally broken down, and they've gotten to the point where he does have options to be a movie star or do
he is
outside stuff.
he is about to be 40, and he's been the hardest working person in the
Undeniable.
company for 15 years now or whatever.
Do you think they would reward him with a better opponent at WrestleMania?
Like the
So maybe
Undertaker.
he's not trying to put in that much work right now.
I
Like
think
Undertaker and Cena could actually stand toe to toe and have a crowd go apeshit for 5 solid minutes without moving.
Yeah.
Like that's what this
Styles
match
and-
could be.
Styles
so
and
could
Cena
Styles.
at Rumble proves that Cena's fine with putting in the work when he's going to be there. So
Yeah.
having him do this mixed tag bullshit is just
He-
beyond me.
And he barely cared when he was main eventing with Miz a few years ago. He was like, "This is kind of shit." He even said that, like, I had to make something average into awesome, like all these references.
yeah.
Here he is getting rewarded with Miz. Now, Miz, good on him. Awesome thing for him.
I don't
But-
think it's good for Miz, actually. I don't think
Well,
it's
he's
good at
good.
all.
Well, I mean, it's a step up from where he was.
No, I don't think so, because I think
No, 'cause it's a mixed tag match.
He was the
That's-
IC champion. Like, if he was going into WrestleMania defending the IC belt, then that would be a way bigger step than doing a throwaway mixed tag. That absolutely, they're only doing this apparently because the rumor is that Cena's going to propose to Nikki after the match, and they want like a Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth thing. But like, nobody gives a fuck about their relationship other than who watches Total Divas, so Rabble like it.
I would say I watched it.
This is one of the- this is, if I'm correct, this is I think the second or third time they've actually had them on like Raw or SmackDown together. Because there was that one bit before when I think Brian was involved and Nikki came out with Steph and that. That was I think that was it.
When
Last
they,
2 summers
they
ago.
kissed in the ring, when they kissed in the ring on Tuesdays, the first time they kissed on a show.
Yeah.
I know that because I follow Nikki Bella on Instagram.
Oh my god.
Now,
God.
Total Divas and Total Bellas aside, as far as regular wrestling goes, people were like, oh yeah, they're together, right? Is what we saw, not, the couple like Miz and Maurice are. So, and it's weird, but Cena and Nikki came off like heels in that segment.
Because no one likes them.
No, but they came off that way as like the jock and the head cheerleader bitchy from high school. Like that's not, they're supposed to be the face.
To me, John Cena always comes off like that. I don't get the whole thing, but
Yeah.
But the Bellas always have to me as well, and now he's just fitting in with that, and that's not Mania.
It's just a waste of Cena, but it's also how they're treating Miz. This is why I don't think it's better for Miz, because Cena's giving him nothing. He's given him nothing. He got thrown out in a battle royal. That's it. He's pinned him clean in the Elimination Chamber. He's told him to his face that he's not worth his time, but I guess I'll wrestle you because, It's just Miz looks like a fucking joke again. Like, he went from a really, really great Intercontinental Champion, which I don't even think he should have ever lost it. He should have lost it at WrestleMania, having probably one of the best matches of the year with Ziggler. And then he's just a fucking nobody throwaway match for Cena in a mixed tag so he can kiss Nikki at the end of the night. Like, oh, fuck.
I don't know. I when you look at it, I don't see how Miz can lose this match, and especially with Cena leaving and everything. But like,
Oh, he's losing.
I can tell you, Cena's getting his win back at Mania.
that's
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I never
it's win
subscribed to
back?
that kind of stuff.
I mean,
but
if you think about it, yeah.
Miz retained over Cena.
Well, yeah.
At 27. So
Yeah,
now Cena
that
gets the
one.
win against him.
And
I never
also,
subscribed to that, but it's absolutely that.
And
Nikki's
also-
getting the pin, by the way. Nikki will pin Maurice. This is not going to end with Cena and Miz, in my opinion.
True.
That's also a possibility. And there was a little bit of talking about Cena like at the end of his time here and stuff, but I don't think there's no question at all that Cena can't put on some fucking amazing matches
Fuck
right
yeah.
now.
Him
Yeah,
and
but it's
Styles
when
was
he's
amazing.
motivated.
Yeah,
It's when he cares.
like I mean,
doesn't give a
even
shit
his
about-
matches like was with Rusev like not long ago was still like top quality stuff.
They were good. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really good.
So I don't think there's any question that Cena can't like fucking go, but
Yeah.
I think it feels like the only reason that he's doing this is just unless they have something else weird planned that I can't see is just to get a bump for Miz on his way out.
I think it's just Nikki. I think it's 100% just Nikki.
Really?
That's
I-
it. Yeah.
Why
yeah,
would they
I
waste
think- I think
Cena on
that's
that
it.
though? I don't understand.
Because of the
Why did they do
elevator.
anything?
Why are they looking toward Roman and Undertaker? Why is it Bray and Orton now? It's weird stuff that doesn't have a big build.
This is
Care
Cena,
now.
though.
Care about it now. Let's go now. It's like,
We'll find out at Mania, I guess. Like
Yeah.
you know, because it's WrestleMania. At least I always have the default excitement, but I'm just I don't know how. Like I want to see Owens and
still
Jericho.
have a month.
Yeah.
To do what though? Because all they've been doing is pissing me off. I think
That's
Jericho and
true.
Owens is going to heat up. I think Jericho and Owens is going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
the feud to watch going forward because the big thing about why this is so good is that Jericho has a lot of input into this
Yeah.
feud. So that's why he's keeping it fresh. He's keeping it feel good. That's going to be the thing. But like, I don't know, unless they input the rest of the Wyatts, I just don't see the other title match being very interesting.
I agree.
there's.
But-
You say there is one other match on Fastlane that is interesting.
Yeah,
It's
that was
Joe and Sammy's.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was just about to
yeah,
ask. Like,
it's gonna be good.
do you think that's going to be a long match, or you think
That's going to be a
Joe's
show
kind
stealer,
of?
yeah. Yes.
Yeah, it's
that
gonna be a
would
show stealer. Sammy showed he can survive against Braun.
Yep.
For 10 minutes.
I still
So
love that they
he's
say
established.
Sammy has like atomic heat, and he like almost beat Jericho. He did beat Jericho. He almost won the title. He's beat Rusev clean. I'm going, wow, that's some atomic heat Sammy's got backstage.
Remember when he replaced Seth in the Rumble? Now he's
Yeah.
literally replaced
Yeah.
Seth at Fastlane. Like,
Yeah,
not
it's
even
like,
storyline.
Oh
just
man,
did.
they must really want to hold him down by putting him as
Yeah.
a featured player.
No, I mean, Sammy's... The Joe's
Oh, it's because people watching they go, man, Foley's really mean to him. They must really hate him backstage.
I mean, I guess he was like in the doghouse for a while, but I think what happened was
also
they
he
realized he's really good, and they're like, well,
I don't think he was in the doghouse as much as he was just on the back burner for a bit.
he was. No, I mean like
Oh, they saw him as like a nerd. Like, you're whatever. You're no
No,
fun.
they were saying because his personality rubs people the wrong way. But like as Owens was saying before, I was watching an interview with Jericho, and he was like, Sammy rubs people the wrong way, and he always has heat with people. But then after like a month of it, they're like, oh no, he's just an amazing guy. So it's just eventually it just calms down.
Goddamn, pal, he's a Muslim.
Stupid moves.
That's
down.
true. Surprised they haven't pulled that angle out. They may at some point. Jesus Christ.
He's Canadian and a Muslim and a ginger. Oh my God.
But so to brush over the other matches, obviously we have Charlotte beating Bailey, winning the title back. We have let's see what else we
Yeah.
got here.
No, you're right. I predicted that when
No,
Bailey got the
I-
match a week later.
Why? I don't understand why.
Undefeated.
Because she'll lose
Dude,
her
she's
one.
undefeated, man.
She'll lose her title match
Then
at
why did they
Mania.
even have her Bailey beat her again? Why are they doing this still? Why is she a
'Cause it's-
bajillion time champ? Why?
Because it's 80s Ric Flair logic.
Because
fuck?
fuck you, that's why.
Charlotte
that's
is already
also-
like Charlotte is already I think number
Yeah,
2
basically.
on the
I don't
all-time women's title reigns of
I don't even
overall.
like Charlotte anymore.
I agree
Like
with
I liked
that.
her before. Charlotte annoys me now when she opens her mouth.
No, I mean
I just-
I still like Charlotte.
I mean-
She's my number one right now. Still.
I can't stand when she's just so.
No,
Every
Becky, shut
promo
up.
is I am the best and you are a nerd. Come and Charlotte, speak, talk now, fight.
But dude,
That
no,
sounds about right.
she is
Everyone
she is legit the best though. I think she is the
Yeah.
best though.
No, she's not.
No, she's not.
She's good.
Yeah.
She's not the best.
Who?
to have.
She's not the
No.
best.
No, Asuka's the best they have.
Asuka's probably the
She's
best
in
to have
NXT.
wrestling.
Great.
We're talking WWE here. We're talking.
Yeah, we are.
She'll be up soon. She'll be up soon to waste that blonde bitch.
I would say Becky Lynch is better than Charlotte.
I would also say Becky Lynch is better than Charlotte,
Yeah,
and I think
Becky.
Bailey is also better than Charlotte.
Yeah, me too.
I mean,
It's,
Jacob, time for me to have a match fight to suck dick up.
I don't
Sorry,
even know
None of
what
them
you're
have
saying.
made
but-
Ric Flair
Whoa.
cry. How could they?
Whoa.
Whoa, Dad.
Whoa!
So I think we're all obviously assuming Charlotte's going to win this. Does anybody
Yeah.
think Bailey's going to take
Oh,
the
yeah.
win here?
I'm tired of the Raw Women's
No.
division.
I would like Bailey to win, but that is going to be Mania. That's going to be.
Speaking of the Raw Women's Division, we have the Boss facing off against Nia Jax, trying to get her win back since she got destroyed. That I predicted easily, by the way.
And
this is
my
true.
thing about her overcoming the odds and finding a way to win will happen this time.
I think she's gonna cheat to win.
Jax is terrible.
I can see that.
She's gonna cheat to beat Nia because they're gonna turn
Jax
her
isn't
soon.
that bad. Jax isn't that bad.
He is fucking horrible, man.
I know.
No.
She's good.
She's
She's-
a terrible big woman.
No, she's
Wrestler.
good for a big woman. She is.
wrestled for 2 years.
Her
So
her
like
offense
someone that
is
green,
shit.
she's fine.
She's all right.
And her team is amazing. I'm not like most.
Oh, God. I don't know. I
No,
like
you're
her.
right. She's going to cheat to win.
I like
Yeah,
Jax. I think she's okay.
But I think Sasha will beat Nia. But I think she's gonna cheat, and that's gonna set up a 4-way at Mania.
She'll cheat to win because she can't do it normal way. Because Jax is too much.
I mean, that makes sense from a character standpoint that Sasha is like, basically she's taking a backseat to Bailey because she keeps losing.
Yep.
She's going to get frustrated, so she's just going to start cheating to win because that's what works for Charlotte. So she's
Yep.
going to start copying Charlotte in order to get on top.
So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But we got two other matches real quick. Two cruiserweight matches here. We got Neville defending against Jack Gallagher. I think that's pretty. That's gonna be
It's
entertaining.
gonna be good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All small guys.
It's gonna be a good match that no one cares about.
That's
Yep.
unfortunately
The
that's
dead
true.
crowd. Dead crowd.
It's so
they
bullshit, man. It is. It sucks. It
Well,
sucks.
they
I like
haven't
Neville.
built. They haven't built their cruiserweights. Like every cruiserweight match is like 3 minutes at the most on their shows. Like, what the fuck are you expecting?
And it's like a 6
No, that's not really true anymore, though. That was
It
true at
is-
the beginning,
it-
and that's
no,
what
it-
fucked everything up. But
Raw and SmackDown. I'm watching every time they feature the cruiserweights. Their matches are always like 2 minutes, 3 minutes at the most.
It
So you gotta
depends
watch
on
205 live.
Neville gets time, but
No,
so
I
you're
watch
right.
it.
Neville gets time. Yeah, I disagree with that statement that their matches are all short.
Yeah.
They
Well,
have some matches. They even had a contract signing segment. They're trying to build them. Just no one gives a fuck. They ruined it at the beginning, and no one cares now.
and
I don't like that they're multi-man matches that often, too.
well, yeah,
Get
they
some
kind of drown
one-on-ones
them out.
and get character on
Yeah, they
that.
kind of drown them out with those on the pay-per-views because I always throw them in the pay-per-views because we have a tag match: Rich Swann and Tozawa. Tozawa
Yeah, Tozawa. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
so much fun.
against Kendrick and Dar, but
I think
Is
he's
that
wasted.
pre-show?
that's pre-show. Yeah, that's kickoff match. I
Tozawa
think
shouldn't even be in the cruiserweight division. Tozawa should just be one of the main roster guys because he's so much fun. Just
Yep.
he feels like he could be the basically Tajiri. Like just throw him away from this
Wow, that's
nonsense
racist.
that is the bearing of the cruiserweight division. You put someone in the cruiserweight division and they're dead. So
Yeah.
let's get Tozawa out so people don't have the notion that he's this little guy competing with the purple ropes.
yeah.
Don't kill him dead, please.
I feel they should have just probably made the Cruiserweight Classic like a once a year thing and on the network and maybe like the top guys bring in onto the
They
main
could have
roster.
made it work if they just focused on making it more like the Cruiserweight Classic. But instead, they just had we've said this before on the show. The very first match for the Cruiserweights, the show didn't even feature the champion. He didn't even pop up till the next show.
Yeah.
So what the fuck were they thinking? Like you start the show with T.J. Perkins coming out, make it this big ordeal because he's such a big star because he won this thing. But instead, they had 4 guys go out there who they didn't even give video packages to, sent them out to the ring. They had a match, and then T.J. didn't even pop up until the next show. And you went like, well, that shows that they don't give a fuck.
Well,
That's
even
why-
then, it didn't matter once they brought TJ out because everyone was, who the fuck is this guy with the purple
Yeah.
belt?
Yeah, where were all those cool packages that they did for the Cruiserweight Classic? Because that's what made people care. Do that with the general audience. Build them instead of just going from the Cruiserweight Classic to the next week being the debut. Let's build them up for 2 months with a bunch of video packages. Have them pop up every once in a while. Have a guy cut a promo. But no, it just was like, get them out there. We need more content for the network.
And yet they had the UK tournament and brought the guys into NXT with one-on-one matches and title matches, and people are caring about that stuff. So it shows that they can.
I don't care about these UK guys at all.
No, but they are taking time with those guys over on Raw. It's like, yeah, 6 men, go. You'll care about all 6.
They're-
No,
to be fair,
they all
the
blend together.
NXT audience is a little different from the general
That's
Raw
true.
audience.
That's
Also,
true.
my point.
Yeah.
That's
No, but they're taking their time with the UK guys. They're not just throwing
I
them
know,
out.
yeah, I know, but it is a bit different of an audience.
Yeah, definitely is. No, man, I don't know. I'm really excited that I get to see guys that I've like watched when they like way before they were anybody, and that's fun. But man, just to watch them go out there and get like drowned out by silence is like
I feel bad
heartbreaking.
for them.
Yeah,
I don't like them going out there for 3 minutes when there's 6 of them.
like
I keep
Rich
saying it,
Swann
but that's not going to work.
is fucking great, and just to see that he can't get over with what he's doing is just heartbreaking. And like
Well,
I,
he's also giving bad promos too. So
They all
Right.
start
Not all-
over, which
not the whole
is
time.
what sucks, though.
No,
They
he
start
was.
over. TJ was never over, but his music was fucking awesome.
yeah, he had
But,
a
like,
cool theme.
Rich Swann was like he was the guy that stood out in the original crew. So like his music was really catchy and stuff. So then they pushed, instead of kind of like taking their time and giving him like more build, they just immediately gave him the belt. So it was like, okay, and then he died out. So then you have what's his name, current guy getting a title shot, Jack Gallagher.
Yeah.
And now he became the new Rich Swann. He was getting more reactions and stuff, but now you've noticed, now that they're pushing him to the title, his stuff's starting to die out a little bit. Well, the next one is going to be Tozawa, because he's getting reactions and stuff, so then they'll push him to the title, and then his shit's going to die out a little bit, and we'll just have to rely on, like, Neville and, like, basically former known guys to keep pushing division. But, like, they're just not taking their time and building these guys right at all.
Do you
Yeah,
think
they need to be all chasing Neville for a long time?
A
too,
long
so-
time, yeah.
Because Neville's actually really great. in his
Yeah, I
roles.
want him to keep it.
Fantastic.
Yeah, he's doing good stuff. But do you think that they're going to, like, as bad as and silent as their matches are on Raw, do you think the Cruiserweight division is going to stay on Raw, like, forever? Like, I mean, not forever,
They
but,
have
you know.
to. They have to, because they need to promote it for the 205 Live. They don't have a choice.
Okay. So you
Oh,
don't
so you
think,
got to fill
kinda-
those 3 hours somehow.
so no
Kinda
shit
damned
canon.
if you do, damned if you don't thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not putting them on's not helping them, but not putting them on hurts them even more. So it's like, what the fuck?
So I want to talk about the last match here. Tag team title match. The Club versus Enzo and Cass.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, Enzo and
Yes.
Cass getting their tag team title match. Man,
They're dead in the water, aren't they? Enzo and Cass
Yeah.
are dead
I'm
in the water.
They took
Well,
him too long.
Enzo
did.
definitely is.
I don't know what's wrong,
Well, I
man.
think Cass. I'm gonna call it now. I think Cass will be a heavyweight champion one day in the future.
Yes.
But Enzo went from cute, fun act to unbelievably irritating within a matter of no time.
And how? I don't understand what happened here.
I get it. Well,
Oh, I know
okay,
exactly what happened. They're just like, oh, we really like that first promo. Do it again. Now do it again.
His
do it again.
promo is one trick pony
Do
bullshit.
it again.
And
But
they
it
did-
isn't though.
It isn't. You're right. It's not.
He's doing it now, but I mean, it was a little. There was a little variety back in NXT. Now, again, you didn't see it every week either.
Right.
That is true.
But in NXT, there was a little more variety. It was a little different. But now it's literally just the same first promo he did over and over and over every week.
Yeah, I mean, he has the same catchphrases, but he always spices it up with different things each time.
Yeah,
but
the
I mean, they're
problem
still the
is-
same overall.
But now it's just the catchphrases. Now it's just cup of haters, and
Yeah.
the catchphrases, and then that's it. It's over.
Here's
No,
my
I
main
will
problem
keep
with it. They
saying
come
the
out there and
catchphrases.
talk all this shit. They come out and talk all this shit, but they don't win enough.
correct.
Yeah, I don't think
they're
that's
they're
it.
all talk, literally,
I don't-
and it's
I don't think it's a promo. I don't think it's the fact that they don't win. I think what happened was because when they came out, Enzo, I mean, there was some sympathy because when he almost fucking paralyzed himself, that definitely prolonged it. But then they started like having him get beat up so often, put in a wheelchair. They cut promos backstage where like he hides behind Cass because Cass is so much. Basically, when they first debuted, it felt like Enzo was more of a fighting little guy,
Yeah, a
and
little
now he's
scrappy
just
guy.
an annoying chicken
Yeah.
shit little guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
like
agree.
when he got
they book
clotheslined
him
by
like a
Lesnar.
heel. They book
Yeah,
him
they
like
do.
a heel wrestler.
Yeah,
But he's supposed to be a face.
he definitely needs to have that scrappy little guy like
Yes.
gimmick going for him.
X-Pac and Kane is they should look
Sure.
at that and make Enzo and Cass that. So Enzo, he may not be even remotely as good as Cass is or as strong, as powerful, whatever, but he's got that scrappy aspect.
And the
he'll
thing is,
always fight.
or like Enzo in NXT. I mean, they did it right one time. They brought him up, and they did it wrong. It's
I mean,
It's
With
the difference
different
between
people in
NXT
charge.
guys and Raw guys.
you do also have to know that these guys are still relatively green. Relatively, they're not like
Yeah. No, they are. Yep.
they're not
Yeah.
seasoned vets. They're not like fresh screen, but
But
I mean,
when Sheamus's bro's kicking Enzo, and you got to thank you, Sheamus champ, there's something definitely wrong.
That made me. I was so. I don't know, man, because I've said some really bold things on this show about Enzo, and
They're probably shit.
I've been a huge Enzo supporter, and I've said things. I'm talking. I don't know if you guys remember. I've said some pretty like outlandish things about Enzo's future in the WWE. So right now it's not looking good. He's got a couple weird botches where he's like throwing himself over the top rope and shit. But I don't know. It seems like it went downhill so fast, like instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe
because
he
the
needs
new,
an AC
the new day.
up there.
Well, it's the New Day. The new Day. That them and Gallows and Anderson are victims of New Day because they brought in this team who was super fucking hot. They were easily the hottest thing in WWE, but they were like, oh, we gotta wait a few months though. New Day needs to break that record, and so they just kind of did nothing, and then eventually you saw Enzo's weaknesses. And then that's it. They should have struck when the iron was hot immediately, and they waited too long.
And I still liked the stuff that they did with Rusev. Like I liked the stuff Enzo.
No.
I know you guys didn't like it.
Oh,
I like the stuff they did with Rusev.
Yeah, I still
He
like
was
the
a
stuff.
heel with Rusev.
yeah, he was a heel though. That's where it started. That's where it's like I wanted to sleep with your wife, and you beat the shit out of me for catching me trying to do
But
it. And,
no,
I'm sympathetic. Yes, that's
no,
what it was.
No, he in the room. You saw when he was in her
God
hotel
damn
room.
it. Bomber.
He
Okay,
was
so you got a
in the
girlfriend.
room with
Bomber,
a
you got a
married
girlfriend.
woman.
He was
Bomber,
changing.
you've got a girlfriend, okay? And
Yes.
this guy hit on her and then actually went to a hotel with her.
Sure.
But you knew this was happening, so you caught him. But you and your girlfriend were in on it. You
but
beat the
Rusev's
shit out of
gabagool.
that. You beat the shit out of that guy for even showing up, and you think that we're supposed to be sympathetic for that other guy for trying to sleep with your girlfriend?
I wouldn't say sympathetic. I don't think they were going for that angle on.
I think they were. I think they totally were.
I don't know.
I
That's
disagree with
the
that.
heel.
He
He's
was
acting
supposed
heel.
to side with the good guy. The good guy wants to bone the bad guy's wife and got lured into a trap and beat up for doing that. As pretty much anybody in the audience would be like, yeah, I do what that Rusev guy did. They're all siding with him.
I do agree in that thing. I mean, I still enjoyed it. It was still fun to watch. But I definitely see what you're saying.
It was a heel turn, if there ever was one.
But they didn't really turn. I mean,
But it wasn't.
Yeah.
But
All
that's
they
how
had
you
to
do
is have
one.
Enzo just get on the mic on Raw and be like, I got my hair cut in the cookie job, and she's hot as shit. Like just admit to it, and people would have
Yeah.
cheered. Like, yeah, we all want to bone her too. But instead, he's like, oh, I can't believe. Like, was it Big Cass is like, you try to beat up my friend Enzo, and I will stop you. Like, it just came out like bullshit.
It did. Big Cass also, he just reminds me of a large Edge.
I think it's time to break him up in a couple months. And
Oh,
Cass
no.
is gonna Cass has a future, and Enzo is Santino Marella, and we all know how well that
Don't
works.
know.
is a
He
better
not,
manager.
He is not Santino Morelli. He's
He
not a
is
goddamn
No,
manager.
Santino's better at being Santino than Enzo would be.
No,
Enzo's
guys-
a good manager. Enzo should manage.
Wow, you guys are.
No, I'm looking at the
hurting my-
strengths of what he has, and I can't remember Enzo ever winning. So why do I care
yeah.
about him?
And it's like let's be honest, they don't see anything in him other than either a manager or comedy character.
Remember when Lesnar murdered him?
Oh yeah, I mean I remember.
Oh,
his-
When he got injured, that was the best thing for Cass and the worst thing for Enzo because it showed that Cass can stand on his own.
I don't know.
If they never got broken up, it would have been a whole different story now. If Cass went without Enzo for a while,
So-
if they stayed together, would have been very different.
Just to round it out, I assume everybody knows that they're not going to win the titles, right?
I wouldn't
No,
be surprised
if
if
they
they did.
I don't
If
think
they
so,
did,
but-
I'd be very surprised.
No, I could see it.
I mean, there's one kind of hint because the one thing I watched was where Enzo was like, "We've never won the NXT titles, we've never won the WWE titles, we've never won any titles." And sometimes they generally say that when they're ready to put the belts on somebody to kind of make them more sympathetic. So, I mean, I don't really care either way though. I don't like Gallows and Anderson at all, and I don't like Enzo and Cass at the moment either. So it just doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah, both tag divisions are dead.
I still like Enzo and Cass, but I hope they can recover. But I don't think putting the titles on them right now is going to be the thing to try to save them. So
Well, that's what they did with the club.
I know.
I said that before. The
Well,
win.
yeah, but
and
then
that
they
didn't
buried
work.
How you salvage them.
Lesnar. I mean, they buried them under Roman Reigns. So
Yeah.
They did.
I don't know. I still hope. Man, I just like tag team wrestling so much. It hurts to see.
It's in the off phase, but I think
Yeah.
it comes and goes. Like it's on a low point, but we'll get back there. I mean, they have some like basically American Alpha and The Usos looks great right now.
They look good. Yeah, they look
It
good.
looks good. Like that looks so
still-
fun. It can
They're
happen.
still suffering from the brand split. They're still
I think the draft is
fixing
going
things
to
and
freshen things up
When's
because that's
that
the problem.
supposed
We're
to
at the
be?
tail end. It's
They
supposed to
should've
be
kept-
a few weeks after WrestleMania.
Oh my god.
They should have really kept
that-
all the teams on one brand.
You know what that means?
Yeah, I agree.
You know what that means? That means draft 2.0 for us. That's what that means.
I mean, yeah, but they said they're going to do it twice a year, if more than likely. So we'll see.
Ooh.
Yeah, we'll see. Because I think me and Rab, we still won. By the way.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, we.
No,
me
you
and-
did not.
Me and
Nope.
Rab
No,
definitely
you
won.
so did not.
No, I
win.
mean,
No,
like
we definitely had a better
legitimately-
draft.
We
definitely
did.
had a better draft.
Literally, we won.
No, after
like-
like everything that went down, and you look at like rosters, because I was just looking at it the other day. Like we still like we kind
No, I
of
know,
we definitely
but-
had a better
but-
draft.
we
No,
dominated.
but we
you guys.
had votes, and the votes.
Oh yeah,
went
we did it
us.
on your personal YouTube channel. When we
Wait.
do it on this one, it's going to be our YouTube
It was
channel.
like 3-1.
No, but his
It's gonna be
YouTube channel
3-1.
hates his wrestling.
You're kind of kidding yourself if you don't think I'm going to bring the majority
your
of people
personal
over.
YouTube channel.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. It's going to be
Still won.
interesting, but all right, we're going to wrap things up here. Has anybody got any?
One thing I did want to talk
Yes.
about. There's something.
Okay.
Wow, TNA is in a shitstorm. at the moment.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Good.
Yeah.
What? Okay, so Jeff. For people that don't know, Jeff Jarrett has officially taken over control again of TNA. Dixie Carter and all of her people are out, but Jeff Jarrett has brought back all of the old guard. Everybody that used to work on the show is now back on the show.
That's right. You and I were talking about
and-
this. Yeah.
And so now the Hardys are gone. Drew Galloway is gone. Marie and her husband, whatever the fuck is Mike Bennett,
Mike
gone.
Bennett.
I'm trying to think. One of the girls, the Asian girl that they've been pushing,
Jade.
Jade, is gone.
Jade's
and they said there
gone?
might be. She's
Jade's
gone.
gone.
That's it. Yeah, she's gone. So they're saying that there might be a few more as well
CZW.
because there's some. So some of the big names they're bringing back in because they've decided that I guess apparently the rumors they're going with this catchphrase. They're gonna. I'm not shitting you. The catchphrase they're going to be going forward on the new shows is going to be "Make TNA Great Again."
No, they're
Ugh.
not. No, they're
And
not.
And so what they're doing is, and this is the god honest truth, they are going to claim that the last year or two basically were shit, and that TNA was awful, and that Jeff Jarrett is going to bring it back to its promised land when he was in charge. And I'm not kidding here, they are bringing back in Matt Morgan.
Yeah, I heard that.
His wife, Karen Jarrett,
he
is
said
another
he's
one that's
coming back,
returning. I'm trying to think. They had like a list of a bunch of guys that used to be there that come back. None of them are
Loki
good.
got offered.
Oh,
None of
and
them are good.
today
Oh, go
they
ahead.
debuted Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto
Yeah.
Del Rio. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
definitely going to put some butts in seats.
The
God.
tapings have actually happened.
Ugh,
did them
I-
tonight.
I can't wait till they give Vince Russo a fucking job again.
Yeah, and so the rumor is because now Russo and Jarrett had a falling out a couple years ago. But what they've said is traditionally what happens when Jarrett gets some sort of power again, they usually kiss and make up almost immediately because Russo's a fucking egomaniac. The dude fucking fought with me on Twitter. I literally had a fight with Vince Russo that lasted for like 30 minutes back and forth of me telling him that he was a fucking hack, and if it wasn't for Austin, Vince, and The Rock, he would be nothing. He's like, hey, bro, you don't know nothing.
He blocked me on Twitter.
He didn't block me. I'm actually pretty proud of that because I thought he was going to, but
He blocked me. I wear that as a fucking badge of honor.
pretty good.
Shit.
So yeah, the rumor is
I wear as a
Right.
badge of honor that I've never interacted with Vince Russo.
I was
That's-
about to
yeah,
say,
do it, Rab.
me and you both.
Do it,
Yeah.
Rab.
I hand it off to you.
Do it.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I got into it with him because he did that whole the whole Kevin Owens and what was it, the Adonis or whatever the fuck, where he's like he can't draw shit basically. And I was like, Kevin Owens is drawing more than you could ever fucking draw anymore. Like what the fuck?
I still.
But yes, make TNA great again. Wow.
That's
so
fucking stupid.
I'm reading the tapings. There's obviously we won't get into spoilers for stuff, but
I think
they
you
don't
should.
say
I want to know. No, I want to
they
know
don't-
right now.
well, they
Nobody
don't say
cares
anything about
TNA.
make TNA great again. That's not even mentioned anywhere in here, so that doesn't apparently happen. But Bruce Pritchard says, yeah, new group of talent, new group of everything.
Yes.
The name TNA is dead. New
That's what
management,
they're-
new name.
that's what-
This
that's
is
what I'm-
Impact.
It's
Yeah,
Impact. Yeah, TNA's done.
He's
That's
going to
good, at
continue. Bruce Pritchard's going to be the guy on TV because he has a podcast. I guess it's really popular. He's the one when he's going to be on his podcast constantly ragging on the fact that TNA was so bad, which is ironic because apparently it's been pretty good the last year. Not fantastic, but a lot better than it was before. But they are going to go on a propaganda run and basically shit all over anything that happened for the last 2 years and then bring in Matt Morgan and try to tell us
Well,
that that's what's going to save the company.
I did watch the stuff from February 23rd, which was pretty recent. That was just last week. That was last week, exactly a week ago. I watched the show from then. Dude, I liked it. It was good stuff. I really liked the stuff that the Hardy Boys did. Obviously, they're not going to be there, but I really liked the whole Cody Rhodes turning heel. That was really fun.
He's on the table. He's all over it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I watched it. The wedding thing was a little cringy, but it wasn't that bad at the end. I don't know.
Has no bearing on it. That's gone. That was the final show of the old guard. So that's it.
Okay.
That shouldn't be what TNA is about anymore.
So we don't care about spoilers, right?
No, do it. I want to know what happens.
No, I don't know.
So Lashley lost the title.
What?
Of course.
To who?
Oh, please.
Alberto.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what? No, I thought he was facing the MMA guy. I thought he was facing Bennett.
Josh Barnett?
No,
Josh
that's
Barnett.
already taped. That happened. That aired tonight.
Oh, that aired tonight. Okay.
Yeah, no, that was taped.
Barnett's actually pretty decent, too.
I mean, that makes
everything's
sense.
taped like a month ahead of time.
I watched
He's
Barnett
the biggest star they have. So
fucking literally kill a guy. I don't know who he was.
Alberto
fighting, I
Del
don't
Rio is
remember.
the biggest star they have.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
He's on there full time too. It says. He's a full time deal. Worked out with Jarrett because he didn't like the last people, but Jarrett got him in. And
Where
Anthem.
did Jarrett get the fucking money? Did he actually sell
Anthem.
some gold
Fight
to
Network.
suckers? Like,
Yeah, they
oh
signed.
my god.
Anthem.
Yeah, some other suckers came in and gave them money.
Oh man. Fight Network.
They will
what
never
are you
die.
doing?
I am calling it now. TNA will never die.
Well, I just really liked the whole exhibition for the gold that the Hardy Boys are doing. That was really fun.
It's gone now.
I think that was a great idea, showing like them go to indie companies and stuff, and like winning the titles. And that was like good, fun stuff.
It was cool and fun to watch, and yet the best thing about TNA was when they weren't showing TNA.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's an
Well, it's
inherent problem.
One of the arguments that was made was that because Jarrett won control, but apparently there was a lot of groups kind of vying for it, and one of the groups was Matt and Jeff.
Yeah.
So like the idea was let Matt and Jeff kind of take the company in a completely different direction, albeit it's going to be a little weird. I don't think it would be. Not every segment would be Hardy Boys weird though, but like give them control, give them the chance. They've basically kept TNA on life support.
I mean,
before this deal, so like why not? But
Helms is their friend, and he's been like Gregory Helms. He's been like he's in the office, right? Or was?
I don't know.
I thought Gregory Helms.
I assume he won't be anymore because they literally brought in. Jarrett brought in his entire crew.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah,
Pritchard
Dutch
and
Mantel's back. He was on camera.
Scott D'Amore.
Well, Swagger's definitely
Yep.
going. That's 100% happening now because of
cares.
obvious connections.
I actually
but that's
wrote
just-
that
nobody
down to
cares.
bring up. I actually wrote that down to bring up Swagger was released, and I also
Right.
wrote, "Does anyone care?"
Nobody
No.
cares.
Yeah, nobody cares. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna redo Mex America in TNA.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
Yeah, they are.
Oh
They
god.
Yeah, with Conan as the manager.
Del Rio hated that shit. So I mean, I guess it's not
Well,
really
no,
his say, but
Dutch Mantel's there. Zeb Coulter.
oh, I know that. But
He
like,
was on camera, so he's already there.
oh,
He's
I
waiting.
know he's
He
there.
with
But
Del
I
Rio.
know Del Rio. Like I listened to him in an interview talk about how he hated that shit. So hopefully he don't have to do that
They're
again.
doing it. I know they said that Conan's going to be involved. So
The Alberto match, there was 2 referee bumps and a false finish. So who knows?
old school Jeff Jarrett. Old school Jeff Jarrett booking at its finest.
I was gonna say, are we sure that Vince Russo's not there yet?
He's not there yet. No, they're not
Well-
talking yet. But they said that it's still very possible though, because they always mend fences whenever Jarrett comes into power. So
I love that I read an article that someone said that TNA wanted to focus on young talent, and they've got 40-year-old Del Rio as the champion.
Well,
I mean, like, how do you lose the Hardys? That's literally the only
That
thing
was
that people
their
have talked about
highlight.
in TNA for the past 4
Does
months.
Anthem know that happened? Like, they must have been buying it thinking, we're getting that, right? Oh, no, they're gone?
Just because they tried to.
Well, no,
switch
they're
them.
the ones who made it get gone. So yes.
Well, they tried to. Apparently, they pissed off a lot of the talent that left because they tried to switch them from guaranteed contracts to per appearance contracts.
Right.
And so a lot of them were basically like, well, if that's the case, then I should
Well,
go work elsewhere.
so it's per day now instead of per episode.
Yeah, I guess. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Yeah.
per day now instead of per episode. So,
Well-
they shoot 3 or 4 episodes a day.
I still said that once they like got rid of their website and their website got super shitty that they were done. But
Nope.
they'll never be done.
Cockroach.
No,
the
they're good.
cockroach of professional wrestling.
But if you ever get
And
a
they're-
chance and want to see a shitty website of like a company that shouldn't have a shitty website, go to Impact's website and
You
you'll
can't
see.
even find a roster, can you, on that anymore?
No, it's bad.
I mean, there's
they
no
did
point
that a
coming
long
up with
time
it.
ago, and it's almost like a social media page now. That's all it is. But they
Yeah,
did that a
Jarrett's
while
gold.
back. It was terrible.
The last bit of news too that made me laugh was a lot of people got new Titantrons, and so Josh Matthews has an angry Twitter rant Titantron.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, fuck
It's
off.
his gimmick now.
Yeah.
He's an asshole to legendary wrestlers and a prick to fans, and that's his gimmick now.
I want to see Terry Funk
Yeah,
come
when
and
people
smash
were
his
talking
fucking
about
teeth
that-
out or something.
Yeah, when people were talking about it, says he's the best. I never took that serious. I always assumed that was just him just
Right.
trying to
I
start
mean,
a
they
gimmick.
fired him for a reason
Yeah.
because he was a prick. So obviously he's a prick in
Well,
real
maybe
life.
maybe he really does think that. I thought it was just part of I never took it serious. I thought it was just like a gimmick thing. But
I took it pretty serious when he went after Jim Ross because that was just fucking mean. That wasn't. He was like, "Why don't you just go away?" You don't tell that to Jim Ross.
no, I mean,
Yeah, because goddamn, he ain't gonna go away. He's
get your
gonna
heat.
DollarShaveClub.com, guys. Get
Jesus
It's
that
like if I
Christ.
attacked Vince Russo for no reason. Why would I? I'd be a prick if I did
You
that.
sure did.
wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
yes, you're right. Yep.
I sure fucking did. Did
Well,
we?
you
We
don't
never
have
talked
to be
about-
bro.
By the way, Dutch Mantel came out apparently
Yeah.
during Impact and said that 8 years ago Impact Wrestling was great, and he's here to make it great again.
Yes,
Oh,
I
there
told
you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
That's his character.
Told
That's
you.
his
There it
character,
was.
so.
There it was.
Yes. Yes.
He asked everybody at one point. He asked everybody to stand and said, "We the people will make Impact great."
Oh, so the swagger's on his way,
I was
baby.
about to say,
Yeah.
are they allowed to say that? Are they allowed to say "we the people"? Isn't that trademarked?
I don't know. I don't
It's,
know.
I think it's trademarked by the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah, it's not trademarked by WWE.
They should
That's
trademark
fucking
it.
hilarious. God damn, man. Just attach themselves to Donald Trump. That'll solve all your problems. Yeah. We never
Got
talked
on a
before.
pole, bro.
Before we go, I did want to say a shout out to Lance Storm for talking shit to me on Twitter, by the way.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, you're
What did-
you're
what
just
did-
pissing everybody off. You're just
He was
pissing.
he was defending putting the Universal title onto Goldberg and Lesnar and having them be in the main event. And I was basically like, I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I know I was basically like, nobody wants to see that. That sounds terrible. That shouldn't go on last. And he's like, it won't go on last. Do you not know professional wrestling? Well, Lance.
Oh, right. I saw that.
oh, it's going on last.
Spoiler alert, Lance. It is going on last, you fucking moron. But I
Yeah.
respect your work, Rick, and you're a really good wrestler.
Another spoiler alert. You have no charisma and you never drew a fucking dime in the
Whoa,
business.
whoa, we're
Hey,
not like
hey,
he's gonna
hey,
hear this. Not like he's gonna hear this, but
Hey,
no.
hey, I do not.
I like Lance.
I'm not endorsing that.
All right.
And you know what? Lee
I'm
was
not
mean
either.
about it. But he's not wrong. I mean, nobody ever paid to see Lance Storm, but
No.
he's fantastic and he's a really good wrestler. But
Yes.
he's never.
No one ever paid to see Dean Malenko either, but shit.
I mean,
No, I
Just
agree.
saying, just saying when
Lance Storm
the
is the
Thrill
same-
Seekers hit the scene, one of them really went somewhere, one of them kind of not.
yeah. Well, on that note, I think it's time to wrap this bad boy up. Well, we're I don't know, we're kind of starting a new era here, Java Radio. So we'll see how this goes.
Make Chopper Radio great again.
No, Jesus
Exactly.
fucking Christ.
Isn't someone supposed to yell "History was made"?
It's earlier.
Yeah, it has been made. It has been
No,
made.
history was not made. The steak was overcooked. That's what happened in this fucking show.
Go out and eat a well-cooked steak with lots of ketchup. Slather it all over it,
Yeah.
and then tweet at Jobber Radio, and we will show Rab the picture.
I'm actually hungry now that you guys talking about these steaks with
You
ketchup
don't
on
want
them.
to eat for dinner right
Oh my
now.
God.
A well-cooked steak is cooked raw.
No, I mean
that
like
doesn't make sense.
thoroughly press it down, get all the fat and gross out, cover that shit in so much ketchup you can barely see it, and I swear, tweet at Jobber Radio, and we will make sure that Rab sees it. for the
Please
next
don't do
episode.
that.
Please do that.
Please,
right now.
please, nobody do that.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you
Bad
guys
use of good steak.
later.